papaya worms. Disgusting. Oh, well, thank God we have a ton more of papayas on the tree that are not damaged. And now we know how to identify papaya was damaged and hopefully how to prevent it from getting worse. The nasty papaya wasp or papaya fly. So I was picking another papaya and this little one fell off and you can see it's completely rotted out. That's because the papaya wasp lands on the young papayas and stings it, and they actually lay eggs on the inside. So the papaya can look normal, but then when you see it prematurely ripening and you cut it open, you'll see the larva. This one is too nasty. I'm not gonna cut this one open, but I'm gonna cut another one open that I suspect has the larva in it. So I saw this one on the ground and I saw that little one that ripened, so I suspect that one also has it in there. So let's cut this one here. Let's cut this. Oops. And yep, here's a telltale sign. You see those two holes? That means the papaya wasp stung it, and then these two holes mean that the larva actually ate their way out. That's what those two holes are, which is a bad thing because this means that they're gonna now develop into papaya wasp and they're gonna sting more of my young papayas and we're gonna have more of this problem. Ah, that is the damage of the papaya wasp. Oh, let's dump this in the garbage. Then this green one, this one looks fine. I don't see any sting marks, but it's small and it's ripening, so that can sometimes be a telltale sign, even though you don't see sting marks. And then that one, this one here, definitely is papaya wasp. Whenever you see these small ones fall off, guys, put them in a plastic bag, dump them in the garbage. Otherwise, the eggs will hatch and they will infect your whole garden, infect all your papayas. Anyway, let's cut this one open. Oh, yep, this one has it. You can see how the seeds look. Sometimes if it's not bad, I will just feed it to the chickens. It's protein for the chickens. Here's what it looks like. See that fat worm? That is the papaya larva. That is the larva of the papaya wasp right there. And the chickens love it. Disgusting. I'm not gonna feed this to the chickens. This is disgusting. Look at that. Alright guys, let's dump them in the garbage. Here's a tip. If you see your papayas ripening prematurely, look at that movement. If you see your papaya ripening prematurely or becoming turned prematurely while it's still small, chances are they have already been damaged by the papaya wasp. They sting them, the young papayas, when they're very young, and then the larva lives on the inside, feeds off the seeds, feeds off the papaya until they're fully grown, and then they're ready to hatch, and then they eat their way out of the papaya, and then they become wasps that sting more papayas. So you can see all that movement. So if your papaya gets the full size and it's ripe, chances are you don't have papaya wasp because they would have prematurely ripened the papaya from when they were small. Thank goodness I still have loads of papayas. Another thing that I tried with the papayas when my trees were smaller before they got this huge, I put my fruit bags, my mesh fruit bags on the papayas. I quickly discovered that does not work for the papaya wasp because it has a very long stinger. And I literally was standing here looking at the tree and a papaya wasp landed on the mesh and went right through the mesh and stung the papaya. So that does not work. Also, when if the tree is small and not as tightly packed as my fruit are, you can try putting a paper bag around it. The papaya wasp cannot get through the stinger cannot get through the paper bag. I've also considered just wrapping the entire bunch of papayas. But yeah, that would work. I would have to remove all the lower um, leaves and then wrap the entire bunch of papayas. But guys, I really and truly don't have the energy. You can see how tall this tree is, and it's just too much. Thank God I have loads of papaya in the garden. Anyway, guys, I would love to hear what you do. How do you control papaya wasp? Have you been able to control them? Another, look at this. You can tell these are stung. Whenever you see the sap coming out like that, that means it got stung. Ay, 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 it's a battle. It's a battle. Let me know, guys. Have you found another way to control the papaya wasp um, damage? What I did one year was I sprayed the tree. I think it was either BT or spinosad, which actually arrests caterpillars and worms in the stage. So the papaya larva would be killed by that. Um, I don't remember now if it totally got rid of the issue. I probably will try to on the smaller tree since I can actually reach these. This tree is like literally almost touching the ground. I'll try it here, but for the taller trees, I probably won't be climbing on the ladder to do that. Anyway, guys, please let me know if you have other ways of controlling papaya wasp that we did not discuss here. Till next time, bye now. Papaya worms, disgusting. Oh, well, thank God we have a ton more of papayas on the tree that are not damaged. And now we know how to identify papaya was damaged and hopefully how to prevent it from getting worse.